Hey everyone, as I'm working on getting all of my videos back up onto this new channel, because YouTube pulled my original channel down earlier this week, probably because it's run by a bunch of woke millennial wankers who ruin everything. You heard me, wankers. Thumbs up for that word. You haven't heard that one in a while, I bet. Yeah, so woke millennial wankers pulled my page down. And the sad thing is I lost all of my live streams, and the live streams were so good. We had so many great conversations, and in one of the ones last week, I think it was the second to the last one, Blink 182 came up, like completely unrelated. I think we were talking about Carol Burnett and Julie Andrews and stuff, but I had come across pictures of Blink 182 and I couldn't believe all of the satanic symbolism I was seeing. So that's what today's video is about. We won't T-vestigate because right before my channel was yanked down, I was notified that T-vestigations were bullying and harassing when my content had zero violations or strikes the entire time my channel had been up. They just pulled it down. So we won't investigate, but I might make little comments along the way, like what round hips you have. It's just an observation. It's a little bit of a feminine body there. So yeah, let's get into the video. First thing I notice are hidden hands and hips. Hands in the pocket is Freemason, like a Masonic symbolism. I never know what this one is doing. He's just very bizarre. But we're going to pay special attention to Mark Hoppus. I think that's how you say his last name, the singer. And I'm not trying to be disrespectful. I was a fan of this band. I saw them twice in concert. But back then, we just thought they were like goofy, doofy, you know, silly, like a silly punk rock band. But today I might paint a different picture for you. So let's get into it. I'm going to show you a lot of photos, and you're going to see this pose quite a bit. We know it means something. One of you guys tried to tell me that this was symbolic, like symbolism for the Egyptian god Osiris, but I want to show you something. I admittedly need to learn more about these Egyptian pharaohs and gods and stuff like that, because they're apparently very important to these people. But this is Osiris, and he holds his hands like this in an X. And we, on my channel that got pulled down by the the wankers yanked my channel down. And Osiris poses like this, and we were talking about X symbolism a lot. X, like the new name for Twitter, which is like so stupid. And X, look at my children's television workshop logo. So I bet you this Osiris has something to do with that. And by the way, he's the god of the underworld, which is probably why they worship him. And he married his younger sister, Isis, whatevs. Now, I can't tell if this guy is holding something, but this is more Masonic symbolism, and the hands look, this pose looks a little more similar to what they're doing. So let me know what you think. All right, let's dive in. First of all, this is not bullying or harassment. I observe, I spy that Mark Hoppus looks more feminine as time goes on and has a very girly face. That's not an insult, it's an observation. And right now he's showing me the Baphomet sign, and that means, hi, I'm transgender. Don't believe me? Look at this. Peep the bottom right. This is a little chart of satanic hand symbols. And so when all these celebrities give you the peace sign, it's not actually the peace sign. This is the Baphomet sign if you're new to this and you stumbled across this video, and this is showing you Baphomet and transgender symbolism. Yay. And to most people, you know, we were teens. I was in my very, very early 20s. I was in college in the early 2000s, and we just thought they were silly. But guess what, guys? All these symbols mean something. He's not eating an ice cream cone in a photo for nothing. Ice cream, first of all, an ice cream cone is like a phallic symbol. And from Pizzagate, I learned that ice cream cone symbolism means like gay, what was it? Gay male prostitution? Like, it's like a gay sex thing. So, sucking on the ice cream cone, Baphomet, and this one is just always looking creepy as fuck. Sorry, I don't, this guy, this is like one of the weirdest looking people I've ever seen in my life. That is not bullying or harassment. I'm allowed to have an opinion. Girly girl, right? That probably means something there. All right. Crossing the arms again. Check out the interlaced fingers. Interlaced fingers means transgender. And Getty Images telling us what's up. I've been told that anything Getty Images is pretty much trans stuff. Did I show this one yet? Arms crossed in both of them. Very important pose, obviously. And just an observation, that looks a little girly. And check out the devil horns. Guys, that's not just for fun and games like heavy metal and yeah, like they're not messing around. They're very serious about these poses. I never thought that when I was younger, but you know, live and learn. They're very, very serious about this stuff. Don't believe me? So is this like a goofy, doofy pop punk band, or do you think it's more sinister than that? That's a pretty boy, and I'm going to share something with you similar to my girl crush videos where I talk about, you know, these young boys that were pretending to be girls and feeling an attraction. I've got a very similar story for you coming up. Here's an interesting photo. We kind of have like Illuminati pyramid type pose with those hands. We have crossed arms here. I don't know what he's doing. Crossed arms. And more devil horns here. Okay, this photo is really interesting. It's similar to that one I showed you. We've got the pyramid here with the hands right there. We have prayer hands. And this could mean two things. We've talked about this back when my original amazing channel was up, that the wankers thought they would ruin, but I'm back like herpes and you're not going to keep me away. These could be prayer hands, like praying to their God, not ours, their God. And one of you shared with me that you believed that this was another Baphomet type of like transgender symbol where the right and left come together, like the feminine and the masculine, and the hands are together, symbolizing that. And this is coming from Mark Hoppus, the girliest looking one. And bro over here is tugging on his finger, and we've learned along the way that that is a sign for castration. So all three of them, boys and girls, trannies, they, thems, whoever you are watching, these are not just, you know, by accident poses. This is very intentional in your face. And something I was thinking about today was, who are they doing this for? Is it for them? Is it for their friends? Is it for like that group of people? Or is it for us to get into our subconscious? But if I'm just looking at this, I don't really, before I was awake, I wouldn't know what this means. Leave me a comment. Who are they doing this for? Who do you believe they're doing these poses for? I learned along the way that when they point at the camera and smile, they're laughing at us because they think we don't know they're trans. But, you know, the internet has sure changed a lot in 20 years, Mark Hoppus, and, you know, there's information at our fingertips, and in the early 2000s, maybe that information wasn't available, but more of us are awake now. Aw, just your everyday pool photo. hanging out like girly and making 666s with your fingers. Here we have that hand sign finally. I'm surprised it took so long to show up. Let's go back to our satanic hand symbols, just as a refresher. That's the 666 like devil sign. I haven't seen them give any thumbs up yet, but anytime you see celebrities do the peace sign and the thumbs up, man, they're not just it's all part of this stuff, unfortunately. So there he is there, and flashing us the devil horns again. And I'll tell you guys, I really thought when I was like 21 years old, back when I would go see them in concert, early 2000, like literally the year 2000, right? They just seem so silly and harmless, but I think that's the danger in all of this, because they're really not. None of them have shoulders wider than their hips, by the way. Just an observation. There's the dollar signs, because when you're trans, you get paid. Is he trying to pose like a 12-year-old girl on purpose, or is that just a natural habit? Is that more ice cream? I can't tell what he's holding there. Did I mention anything with Getty Images is pretty much guaranteed trans? It's what I've learned along the way. Devil, trans. More prayer hands. Isn't that interesting? He's hiding his hand. Big Freemason symbol, like actual hand in the jacket. Do these people think we're stupid? Honestly. That's like the #1 Freemason sign. If you were with me on my original channel, you know that I like to have smoking guns, like to end with. So, my smoking gun here is, first of all, man overboard is probably a joke, but look at the three of them standing in front of what? A sign that says women. That is not by coincidence, boys and girls. That is a direct F you in our faces. That is a direct inside joke. They're being super funny. Ha ha. They're women. And, you know, for 20 years, we were too stupid to figure it out. But Wretched Recess, I've got your back. And I'm here to tell you that, in my humble opinion and estimation, we're looking at three pop punk princesses right here. And they're telling, telling us that for themselves. See? I encourage you to go and read this article. I will not say who the author is, just for privacy reasons, but there's an article on the web, and he specifically put this photo of the men kissing, and this is a young man who is gay, and he said how Blink-182 became the soundtrack to my gay Y2K like sexual like fantasies or something like that. I'm sorry, it's his gay Y2K sexual awakening. I won't show the author's name. I am showing you this article because, like my Girl Crush series, where all those people tried to make me a lesbian, you know what I mean? Like I was attracted to this girl and that girl and this girl and that girl, and, you know, would watch the shows and movies for them. This young man is saying he doesn't know they're, you know, I don't know that they're women, but I'm speculating, right? I speculate that those are trans, like trans men, trans women, like, you know, they were women, and now they're, you know, not. They pose as men, and this young man was very, very attracted to Mark Hoppus. Now, he said Blink-182 is what made him realize he was gay. Guys, girls, guys, everybody, this is why this is psychological warfare. They are posing as men, and as you could see, Mark Hoppus is a very, like, you know, what you would call a pretty boy. And here's a young man who felt attracted to him, not knowing that it's really a woman, and he thinks he's gay. But he's attracted to this person because that's a woman. Similar to, like, I was having age-appropriate, like crushes and feelings, because really when I go back and look at my girl crushes, you can see that they're boys. You can see the faces and the bodies. and there was a natural attraction there, but this could easily lead people to be confused about their gender, which don't you think is the whole point? So when people think that this isn't an agenda, please, you need to wake up. There's a huge gay agenda, and it's all over Netflix. They won't even put a show on Netflix anymore unless there's a gay couple. And it's becoming less shocking, isn't it? That's because it's indoctrination. Google that word, indoctrination. They're getting you used to it. Should I send this person an email and be like, hey, watch my video? I feel so bad for him. Like, he talks about in this article how, like, beautiful he thinks Mark Hoppus is, and, you know, he loved his pretty face and all of that. And it's such a deception. I don't know if Mark Hoppus still has this as his profile picture on Twitter, or the artist formerly known as Twitter. Now it's X. So it's such a stupid name because they have to explain it on every single website. X, the artist formerly known as Twitter. It's like, pff, what a stupid name if you have to explain it every time. But they were just so jazzed about the X because it's for their Egyptian underworld god that they didn't even think about how silly it would be to have to explain it all the time. But he has Chuck E. Cheese, which is like kind of like, I'm sorry, that's a little bit pedo-ish if you're using this as your profile picture. And one of my very, very good friends has a whole theory about, I won't ruin it yet, but Chuck E. Cheese is part of it. Did anybody see Five Nights at Freddy's? Know where I'm going with this? Creepy. Well, I am signing off. I wanted to give you a little something new as I'm going through painfully uploading all of my other videos, my Wretched Recess original classics that were on my first channel. They're all going up on this channel, and thought I'd give you some new content while I'm doing that. So thank you guys so much. Hope you enjoyed this video. Women, this picture blows my mind. It's just like, if you weren't convinced along the way, and even though it wasn't a T-vestigation, it you know, kind of is. It's just so obvious. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. I'm doing another cartoon for my next one. You guys, if you're new to this channel, obviously, because my old channel got yanked by the wankers, check out the Flintstones video. Some really good information in that one. And I've got another 80s cartoon coming to you real soon. Okay. Bye-bye.